Hello everyone! Hello and hi, my name is Luke. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be making a short film, and animating these guys, these Stormtroopers, in Blender. And it's going to be absolutely great fun. So, I'm going to have a quick look at how this process works. First, I look at a example project. Here we go. Now that I'm in Blender, I'll quickly show you what's going on. So this is what we're going to be effectively emulating. Sorry, you're not going to be able to hear any sound from Blender today, but there is sound, and I'll be going through how that works in a minute. So basically, going to be using animation layers on these guys so that we can move their heads and their bodies, as well as changing the cameras so we can get the whole thing sorted, as well as adding the characters. I'll bring one in as a prefab asset which I've already created, and I'll also set one up using my add-on character combiner. So let's quickly start and create a new project. You know what? Yes, I will save that. Fantastic. We're in a new project in Blender. Make sure. I'm just gonna turn this you know, yes, I will save that. A tiny bit. Fantastic. Sorry. Okay, Blender time. So I'm going to quickly turn that down as well. But whilst I do that, I'm going to go into my asset browser, something which I'm so happy I set up. I will be doing a video on how to make one of these yourself in the future. And basically, I'm going to grab this guy in. Hey, what do you know? We got ourselves a Stormtrooper. And he is looking fabulous. So let's just make him real quickly. Go Control A, make instance real. Brilliant. I'm going to get rid of that empty just below his feet, as I don't really want him there. Now, luckily, this guy, he's cool. He is all set up and he has all of his animations ready. So if I just quickly go to the dope sheet, let's find him walking. Hey, there we go. We got him walking. Brilliant. Done. Video done. Don't need to do anything else. What would be the point there? No. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me just make sure I can swap these guys over. Yep. Oh. Brilliant. So we've got an animation in, and I'm going to quickly push that animation down, go into my NLA, non-linear editor. You can see that he's walking there, and he is all happy. Brilliant. So the next thing I'm going to want to do, because I'm going to want to animate this, is I'm going to add some audio into this. I'm going to add the entire script into this. Just quickly grab their voices. Bloop. Let's make sure this starts at 0. How do you do that? Okay, let's drag it along. Cool. Quickly hit N in this panel, and I want to see the waveform when they actually speak. So then I can use this to help animate along to when they start speaking in a bit. And you know what? If I just do this, let's see how far is that. About 153. Let's if I find the whole copy of the episode, click properties on it, and let's just quickly find out how long this is exactly. 1 minute 36 seconds. Brilliant. So I'm just going to quickly grab my calculator and let's figure out just how many frames. Doop doop doo. So we've got 96 seconds. 60 if it's 1 minute. Yep, 96 seconds. Gonna quickly just times that by 24. We've got a lot of frames. Okay, so that is going to be how long this is in total. 2,304 frames. Cool. So I'm just going to quickly go to my timeline. Or remember, okay, 2,304. So that is our absolutely giant timeline for this project. Sweet. And as we can see, oh no, he hasn't got animation all the way along. So we're going to solve that right now. I'm going to quickly head back to my NLA. Here's my guy walking. Here's his walk animation. I'm just going to quickly drag these into each other. Just make sure I do it properly so they actually go in seamlessly. Yeah, that's nice, that works. Cool. Can I just go Control C, Control V? That is a shame. Well, let's just get... Oh, no. I guess we're just going to quickly chuck a bunch of these in until we have the whole thing. Duplicate. We're also getting a load of tracks which we don't necessarily need, so I'm just going to get rid of them as we go along. I just want to make sure these tracks actually are aligned and don't mess things up for us. Okay, you're looking good. Let's get you checked up there. You in there. You up there. Brilliant. Oh, hello. Please talk louder. I could talk louder. Ooh. I could bring my microphone closer. Okay. Hello in the chat. Thank you very much for joining. Alright, let's get rid of these null tracks. Oh, what happened there? Dislike that. Let's just grab the tracks alone. Cool. How far through are we? Let's guess. Oh. I can see a gap. We don't want any gaps. Okay, let's just make sure that looks smooth. Brilliant. And just gonna grab those and can't do Control C, Control V. That is one thing that I don't necessarily love. Let's just get this all looking neat and tidy quickly. Cool. So you're coming up here. You're also coming here. Let's get this. Okay, we're going to be able to see something slightly interesting in a second. I hope. And he overlaps. That's a good oh, come on. Come with me. Brilliant. Pull you right to the top. I think that did its nice magic. Yep, it's touching. Cool. So it's looking to select all of the animations. Let's get rid of these tracks which are not needed. I want my track for my top light. Just highlight them all. Press some Control. Delete. Brilliant. So now we should have an crazy long walk cycle. And it's looking good as it's going over the looping bits. So that's brilliant. Okay, so the next step, we need to actually get this guy moving. And we need him to move for a hell of a long time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Shift A and grab myself an empty for plane axis. You can see empty. I'm just going to quickly call this Trooper Controller. Brilliant. So now you can guess what this does. It's a Trooper Controller. And the way that I'm going to get this working, I'm going to select my Trooper's model. I'm going to select his armature. And I'm going to last select the controller. I'm going to then go Control P, parent object, and keep the transform. This means, and yes, the gun will slip away in a second, the blaster. But if I move this guy, it all moves. Apart from the gun, blaster, the E11. Got one of those around the corner anyway. So what we're going to quickly do, if I press delete on my keyboard, I can zoom in. I've got the blaster selected. And I'm quickly going to go to constraints. I'm going to add a constraint. And I'm going to make him, by pressing this dropper tool, be a child of this rig here. And what you'll see will magically happen in a second as I click on the bone. This is a special rig I've got, and it's got blaster bones. Oh no, the gun's gone. Blaster's gone. All the way up in the sky, all the way over there. So let's get that dealt with. Luckily, this is quite an easy thing to do. As you can see, the location and the rotation are all absolutely everywhere. So it's just zero that out with 0, tab, 0. Tabbing through quickly, and now we have a blaster which is almost in line. It looks a little bit off. Let's just make sure that's not anything else's fault. As I can see, have a bit of stretching going on. Okay. Woo. Okay, we don't want that. The crazy blender mistakes we don't need. And now that the location is set up of the rig, has to be zeroed out because all of the actual movement will happen with the Trooper controller. Otherwise you get that crazy thing, and if you just quickly grab, you'll see what happens. A crazy Trooper body! That's not something that we want to have happen. So now, it's all parented. And he walks along quite happily with his rifle. Actually. So, having this with him, what we can do in a bit is using animation layers can actually change the way that he moves with his walk. He just doesn't have to be in that single pose all the time. Can make it look a bit more interesting, like move his hands around, shake his head, and we'll make it fun. But now that is working, we're going to get him tracking forwards. I'll quickly pause that so I don't go crazy. Go ahead and head to the start of the timeline. I'm going to click on my trooper controller. And see that there? That means that we have automatic keyframing turned on. And we haven't moved anything yet, it's the first frame, so we've got to set that keyframe. So I'm going to set the location quickly, and you can see it there. And you know what, just in case, let's set the rotation as well. Brilliant. So now that we've got that there set up, we're going to basically go to the very last frame and figure out just how far this guy has to run. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the Y, which is, as you can see, the Y direction. It's the left-right axis. Going to bring him all the way. I reckon he's going to go that far. And then I reckon he's going to go about that far. That looks about right. Okay, now that I'm here, just see if his feet slip, because we want to have a nice and equal walk. Okay, that's extremely slow, and it's speeding up, so that tells me a few things. Number one, we need to highlight all of these keyframes here, change the interpolation mode to linear. See, it's already jumped way ahead. Which basically, linear means it will go from A to B efficiently in a consistent manner. You know what? I'm pretty happy with the way that his feet are moving right now. That's good. Cool. So, just bring him back. By the way, this large thing that I have here is a top light, which you don't actually see in Cycle's view, but it just helps to add a bit of lighting later when we're walking down our large corridor. Anyway, press delete to zoom in, focus on my guy here, make sure I'm on the first frame, and we're going to bring the next trooper in, and it's going to be kind of different the way that we do this, because it's not set up like magic this time. Going to quickly offset his position on the x-axis. I'm going to move him to about there for now. And I think he should stay there consistently. What else do I want to set up just before we finish this? I finish this off. He's going to be there on the X. Let's have a camera facing this way. Let's pretend that I've got a grid on. And we're going to have him pop up there, but he's going to be here eventually, so I guess I better pull across. Okay, as you can see, because I've been moving things around, I've got keyframes going on, set for the very first frame here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right to the end, and then my location, I'm just going to drag until I get that trooper back in relatively the same spot. Let's compare. Okay, it's a little closer. Cool. So now we have a nice camera move. Let's quickly press T and then set it to linear for the interpolation. And as you can see, with the grid lines behind, we now have the trooper moving with a tracked camera. Now we need another one of these. We need a background to our scene, a few other things, and then we can start doing some fun stuff. So I'm going to quickly get out of here, go back to the first frame. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to quickly pull these guys down. And I'm going to create a little bit of a nightmare. So I think I want to use a few of these different animations. This is my new add-on character combiner. I'm just going to quickly show you how it works. I'm just grabbing a load of my Stormtroopers animations. As you'll see, they're all going to come in. They're a nightmare mess. They always come in as a nightmare mess, but don't worry, I'm going to quickly set them up now. So the way that this add-on works, we figure out I'm going to quickly solo that asset by pressing the slash key. And let's see what this is. Okay, F2, going to set this as his idle animation. Okay, let's have another look at one of these other ones. What is going on here? It's walking, but it's walking the wrong direction. I don't think I really want that one in all honesty. I'm just going to get rid of it. And that. Cool. Okay, what's going on here? Solo the asset. I think this is a pose. This is a running pose. Yeah, I don't want this one either. Okay, let's go back out of it, get rid. Don't really need most of these guys. Just want to find. Okay, we've got a wave there. What? Wavy. Brilliant. And we've got a walk cycle to not conflict with names with my other. I'll call him Walkie. And we don't need these LODs. We'll have everything explode. Okay, so we've got walkie, wavy, idle. The three things that I'm going to be needing. So what I'm going to do, I'm quickly go down to my asset character combiner. I'm just going to highlight them all. And this is going to save so much time. I can press create asset list and look at the bottom of the screen, which you can't see. It says an asset list has been created. And let's just make sure Walkie, I'm going to set him as my main rig. I'm going to press combine character. Did I do something wrong? Maybe I need to set it to idle. Set main rig. Create asset. Combine character. Here we go. Now, character has been fully combined. And what do we need to have dealt with? I don't want all of these LODs for one. We just want to have LOD 0. Okay. Or 3. I'm going to quickly control A because I've made this mistake before. I'm going to shade him smooth. And then let's get a material on him quickly. Quickly go into my shader editor. don't want to go to world, go to object, and should just be able to go grab that guy. Yes. Trooper 1, hey, brilliant. So we now have our second trooper in. Have a quick look at the dope sheet for this guy. Doop doop doo. Just in a bit of an idle stance. We don't want that one though. And look for my actions. Let's go to the walkie action. Hey, we got him walking. Cool. Just quickly make sure that NLA is happy. Let's drag my audio up here. Oh, I don't know why, but for some reason deleted one of my tracks. Just quickly tidy this up. So we got him walking. Yeah, he's lost his animation. Well, let's quickly check it back on. Let's go to the dope sheet for this guy. I guess they're both sharing the same animation set. They have the same rig. I mean, it's okay. Cool, so I'm going to quickly push that down. Let's go back into the NLA editor. Yeah, combine characters, Stormtrooper rig 1. Oh, well that's annoying. We're going to have to quickly repeat. We're going to have to do this anyway, to be fair. Let's also change the keyframes of this guy. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's get timeline open quickly. Let's get it to the start. And since the trooper controller is there, if I just set it on the Y location to 0. Brilliant. Let's chuck a keyframe back on there. The trooper controller, for his trooper controller at least. Okay, so they're both there. Doop doo. And let's get their animations sorted so that they are offset, so it's not the same animation going over and over again. Well, it will be the same animation, but make it so that it doesn't look like they're exactly the same. Literally by just doing something like that, tiniest tweak, and it adds this nice up and down movement. Oh, it looks like we didn't lose everything on this. I wonder. Oh, that would be extremely amazing if I can just quickly highlight all of those guys and push it up. Nah, it's not liking it. Okay. So we're clearly working with that line. I don't know what's happened here. That might be something I've done wrong. No matter. Let's get these animations sorted. Just quickly duplicate these guys a whole bunch for each character. I'll do, say, 4 of them. Get them all on the same line, lined up again. Let's not rush it and break it. Let's get it actually working. Cool. That guy, let's get it lined up. Brilliant. This one. Okay, so we got our one dude going. I like it. Let's just quickly clean up these tracks. I mean, if it's offsetting that way, it's pretty much the same to offset it in that direction as well by the same amount. Let's quickly duplicate, bring across. Oh, it's not slide across, let's zoom in. Eyeball it in. Oh, you know what? I'm going to duplicate. I haven't played around with duplicate linked. And I don't want to mess or waste any more time. So I want to be animating these guys as soon as possible, doing some fun camera changes. So let's just see if they're nicely offset. I think that looks cool. Cool. He's still in the wrong position, but this is looking a lot nicer. So, just got to get this to the end of the project quickly. Oh, these are the fun things that people just don't think about. Either that, or I'm doing this in an extremely slow way, which is more than likely the case. Okay, let's get him in. All of you guys lined up. Lined up. Okay. Yep. I don't want that gap. Gap's not wanted. That would look sketchy. The sketchy factor is not required in this. Okay. It's gotta be Alt D. Okay, well, I'm going to try that then. Alt D. Whoa! Oh, it worked. Ah, all down there. Brilliant. Joyous joy. Anybody knows how to like quickly slide these all up, that'd be amazing. Just have them all go on one track. As I'm sure there is a way. I'm sure I'm being a doofus in some way. But until that point, we'll just get these all done. Brilliant. Okay, I'm liking the way that this is going. Did I just go over a bit? Okay, we don't need that one. Any of those? Wow. Let's get rid of them then. If they're not needed, I'm going to shift, just highlight all of these unneeded tracks. Delete them. Be gone. We'll go back to our other trooper in just a second. Okay, so it's looking good. So is he the offset one? He's the offset one. Brilliant. So just quickly get rid of these redundant tracks because they are not needed. And let's duplicate all of these animations by going Alt D. Ooh. I don't know how I did that. Alt D and then you drag it. There we go. I just figured out the solution on camera. I feel like I deserve a bit of Ribena for that. I've left that Ribena on the side for too long. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh, it's just been like left and festering. Oh wow. Well, now that I figured that amazing thing out, which is, I guess, is probably common knowledge, Alt D, and then you drag them all up. Oh, that's beautiful. It doesn't get rid of the tracks, but hang on, let's get it zoomed in correctly. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I guess we don't need these dudes down here. Let me select them. Cool. Delete. Wow, that's a lot of unneeded tracks. Let's just quickly get rid of them all, because why would we have these tracks? We don't want these tracks here. They're a nightmare. A messy nightmare. Delete. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to open yet another window. And in this one, I'm going to bring a timeline. Make sure they're offset in their animation. And it looks like they're happy. Well, they're not happy. They're Stormtroopers. They're animated characters. But we're getting there. They're both walking. And both offset. But as we can see, it's a bit sketchy at this point. So we're going to sort that out right now. So, let me quickly pause that. Now we have the basis. I think I'm just going to hide that. I'm just going to have that be my timeline. Close that area. Bring the sequence as small as possible, because I don't really need the sequencer right now. We're not at that point. It's just good to have it there. So, what do we need to do? We need a new empty. No, we don't want that one. Let's just make sure that that is, yeah, that's that trooper controller. So we're going to add another empty onto this controller, and then we'll make a master controller. So we're going to go Control A. I'm not going to press Control A because that's the wrong way. I'm going to press Shift A to add an empty plane axis. And what do you know? Because it's all zeroed out. It's underneath him. Let's call him 2 per. Yeah, he should be. He's a 2 per. Controller, but O2 just in case I just don't understand my silliness later. So now we have that set up. I'm going to click on his rig. Zoom in a bit. Click on his model. Shift. Click on his rig. Then I'm going to click on the Twooper controller too. Very important that you do it in the order that you get the model rig or rig model and then the axis to actually parent it. Otherwise you have so many problems and it's just not worth it. It's going to go Control P, parent object, and keep transform. Let's just see if I've done this right. Click away, click on his controller, G, we want X-axis. Hey! It works. Brilliant. I'm going to go G, X. And these guys, they need to walk close to each other. I think his one's got to move across a little bit. Let's see how it works in motion. Do they cross? Maybe he's a little bit close. Okay, G, X to bring it. Well, actually, you know what? I'll bring this guy, G, X, along. And this is all okay because I'm still doing this with automatic keyframes on the very first. If you move it, that's when things start to go a little bit crazy. And you don't want things to always go super crazy for you. Right. Quickly grab a drink. have see what we're going to do next. It's about the troopers. Oh, not really in focus. I also think that animation is facing the wrong way a bit. Not the straightest angle right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, pause it so I can't hear it. And let's go to the very first frame, so we know what we're doing. Yeah. Let's get rid of these keyframes that are currently here. Nice. Trooper controller 2. I'm going to rotate it on the Z-axis. Just that I know that he's facing the camera properly, just a little bit nicer. And let's just make this look a bit more right. And these guys are going to be walking down the corridor in a second. I want them to be the main focus. I want this to be easy to animate. So now that I'm happy with the initial camera position, let's have a look at the camera data and let's just make sure we've got a nice focal point. Cool. They're looking in focus now, which is brilliant. So let's quickly connect these controllers. Control P, parent object, keep transform. Alt 2 is the name of the master, I guess. And 2G. Hey, that moves up both of our troopers. Now let's quickly. You know what? Let's grab all of these guys. Let's go to their final frame. And did a bit of guesswork earlier to how I was going to do it. So what I'm going to do now that I'm on the last frame, I'm going to quickly press G, Y. I'm going to bring them there. Whoa. You know, it's quite a long distance. I think it's going to be about 2 of the corridor prefabs we're going to add. It's going to be about there and there again. So, G, Y, about to there. Cool. Because, and let's just make sure that all of these keyframes. Oh, come on, be nice to me. All of these keyframes press T are linear, otherwise that'd be really annoying. Okay, it looks like they're walking nicely. Minimal slippage. Cool. And now look, didn't have to waste time like I did earlier on, and the camera is already parented. Fantastic. Okay, this is looking cool. I'm enjoying this. We're getting somewhere. Hey, thank you very much, Rider Me. Thank you. Just casually leaning over to my. There we go. Okay, so we've got them walking. So now that we've got these guys on their mighty mission, I'm seeing a slight problem. I don't want to keyframe this. Just quickly grab that and go scale. It's on the Y. Make it larger, then press. What am I going to press? I'm going to grab it move it on the Y, just to make sure that we got top light all the way across this scene. Nice. Okay, we are making some progress. I'm gonna have to rename that in a second, because that's a bit. Gustavo Santos. Hello, welcome. Currently making a short film. Oh, I'm animating some Stormtroopers in Blender. Hope you go through this and learn something. So, we got our troopers on the move. It's looking a bit boring right now, though. We need a background. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go yet again into my. Oh, before I forget, turn auto keyframe back on. But I am gonna go into use my brain. Where'd my brain go? Into my asset browser. That's where I'm going. Brilliant. Now, I'm going to grab another asset which I set up, which happens to be a handy dandy Imperial corridor, would you believe it or not? I actually kit bashed this out of a Star Wars level. Sweet. And I even pretty much set up the camera to the exact position we want it as well. That went so well. I was not expecting that to work out that well. Anywho, we're going to have to rotate it. Because I can quickly, now I've got it selected, I'm not going to make this instance real just yet. Press R. I'm going to be rotating it on the Y, so press Y, as you can see, it's highlighted the Y axis, and then 180. I think my mouse moved whilst I tried to do that, you know. I think Blender just went, "What are you doing?" and just went for an absolute spin. So let's try that again. Go R, Y, 180. It's flipping upside down. That's interesting. Okay, I guess R, X, 180. What is going on? Okay. Is that all upside down as well? Are we having a myriad of problems here? Let's just have a quick look at our troopers. Oh, come on, let me in. Yep, I think everything's coming upside down. Oh, that is absolutely typical. Can I see in that bit? Okay, well, that's an interesting move. Let's get this prefab back in anyway. Let's just move it manually and not go crazy. Drag you back. We're not going to need any more prefabs for now. It's going to bring the timeline back up. Cool. Okay, so we're going to rotate this on the X. We're not. Oh, Z. Okay. That makes very little sense to me. I guess it's because it's an instance. But RZ 180. Hey, that looks good. That's what we were going for. Fantastic. Okay, grab it and just move it along the Y. Cause, oh look, now it's doing it properly. And they're going to be walking straight away, but they're not necessarily seen straight away. So I'm going to put it to about... Nice. Let's have a look through. I am kind of concerned that I'm putting this model in upside down. The thing is, you just can't tell. Okay, I think this is looking a lot nicer now. Let's have a quick look at this. Nice path traced camera mode. Okay, the path traced camera turns out pretty cool. So that's now that we've got the troopers in. Oh. So I want the camera to be about there basically when this happens. G, well, compared to them walking. The door opens, then they're in full shot here. So it needs to be through the door. Not through the back door. One door. Door has opened. And about to be speaking. Okay, so now we've got him in line right there. No, I wasn't trying to keyframe the corridor's movement. Get back to 0. Actually, alright, I'm going to keyframe the camera right there. Nice. Now I've got that keyframe there. I'm going to delete. Oh, I'm not going to delete that one. Oh. Yes, I do some programming skills. I do work in Unreal Engine and my own game engine itself. PS2 games are fun, but there aren't actually that many engines which work with it. I've seen 1 or 2 proprietary ones and an open source one. They're fun, they look cool, but they're quite complicated. I've I've actually been playing around with some PS1 development. PS1 development is the beast of its own. If I prefer to work on my own projects for a bit and the eventual game which I'll be showing you all. Thank you very much, Katava. Okay. So that keyframe there, that's where we want the first keyframe to be. So I'm quickly going to grab that. I'm going to zoom way on in. I'm just going to pop it there. Get rid of that one. Just bring that all the way, so all the way from the start. We've got a closed door. And then, what? Okay, that's the height we wanted it. Yeah, that is the height that we wanted it. Quickly grab this over here. CS 1.6 with PS2, that's pretty impressive. I cannot lie. Interesting thing about the PlayStation, there's a bit of a nightmare to work with compared to modern day things. Got to use a lot of crazy proprietary libraries, and don't get to do fun things like animation. So far, just have a quick look. We don't need that guy there. We want this keyframe, obviously. Control Z, Control V. Don't know why that's pushing the camera down for some reason. That's kind of weird. Ah. Is it because of that? Is that the reason why? Control C. Okay, let's bring it back to that first one. And pushing our camera down. I mean, that is going to be the first frame of this animation anyway, and I'm just going to repeat it in DaVinci Resolve. So we'll just let me remove that. That is some silliness. Okay, I don't want to put it constant. It should be linear. But I don't want you to exist at all. Okay, so let's just... Well, we can just ignore it for now. Animate those doors in a second. I think that's what we're going to do. I think. Not create another keyframe. Let's go out this, and now that we've got our first bit of corridor, let's just quickly Control C, Control V. Wait for my system to be happy. G, Y. Slide it along, and let's just get them nice and lined up. Where is the edge? Ah, there we go. G, Y. Just get them so it's just pushing in. I don't want them walking through space. I think that is going to be hunky dory. Okay, cool. Oh, thanks, Gus. Okay, we don't need that keyframe there. Just bring it back. So now we've got a full corridor for what looks like to be the entirety. I've got to rename that. It just needs to be called the Trooper Controller now at this point. Huh. What do you know? Fits all the way going along that corridor. That is cool. So now, let's get... We're going to say 132. Let's check out the sequencer. That is the moment they need to open. There. Cool, so let's quickly Control A, make this instance real. I'm going to do that with this one as well. Control A. Make instance real. And oh look, this is a little bit of a nightmare. Let's just get it quickly tidied up. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to grab these two here. Press hide. Nice. Let's get rid of some of this junk that we just plain don't need. Dun, dun, dun. Getting rid of junk. Let's get rid of all of these empties. Most of these doors we're going to just leave open because why bother animating them? Okay, that's a load of that junk all tidied up. What is that empty there? That's not an empty. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna create a new collection. Hi James, I'm actually from sort of Cheltenham area, but right now I'm in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. But close. Very close. Got some family in Bristol. Right, so I'm quickly going to grab all of these, put them in a new collection. So let me grab that collection. Let's call this the set. Ironically, didn't actually put them all in there, but no matter. Drag, drop, set. Ah, we have peace. Okay. Have a quick look at my timeline. I'm sure there's a way I could probably zoom in, make this channel look larger, but I don't know how. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that there and press. Quickly put a keyframe on it in its current position. Then I'm going to bring it across a few, say there, G. Ooh. Now let's just make sure this lines up with GX. I'm going to have this open up like that. Cool. Hopefully that's enough space. Let's have a quick look in the actual. Yep, we're getting that. Let's get out of camera mode. Let's get onto this other guy. Go back to our first keyframe. Click you. Let's get your location keyframed and have a quick look. Where was the next keyframe? Set to 159. So 159. I think it was G. X. I'm touching the wrong channel. Okay. G. X. I don't think it was about that far, wasn't it? Go around his feet. I think I moved about 2 blocks. pretty sure that is the size of the corridor. Let's have a quick look. Ah. Whew. Okay. We got... Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. We'll just step this back to 130 for now. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's get the other door. Bring those all to 130. Come on, get in line. Cool. Okay. Let's quickly deal with the rest of the doors. So let's make sure I'm not messing up any of my... Oh yeah. Let's put the stats to 130 for now. So go straight into it. Nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, I probably should save. Okay, let's quickly save a copy in here. Let's call it Storm Patrol Ice Cream Dreams. Control A, Control C. Let's go in. Always remember to save. Remap relative. This stream has been going on for what? Over an hour now, and that's the first time I saved. That's really terrible play. It is working. Cool. So we've got them in. Let's deal with those doors now. So we don't really want the rest of the doors in this actual thing to be getting in the way necessarily. Just quickly highlight them all. Cool. Not highlighting the camera. Not you, camera. Yeah, brilliant. It's just G, Z, let's just slip it under the floor. Ah, I shouldn't do that though, because what if I need to open them up? I have to do it individually on each side. Okay, let's just grab all of the ones that we need then on this side. Brilliant. And that one. Any more? Okay, let's get that door. Okay, it's looking like we've got all of the essential doors. I'm going to about that point there. I'll just have a look in the actual corridor in a second. Let's bring ourselves in. So let's put it to the first frame. Press G, X. Okay, brilliant. So they're all keyframes to be open on that side. Let's let's quickly hide the corridor again. And let's do the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I get them all? I think I got them. Hey, I got them all. Fantastic. So, it's about that far. Cool. Bring it back to the first frame. G, X. Just have a quick look inside the corridor again. Oh, further. G, X, and across. Okay. So now that is set up, let's have a look through our camera. Brilliant. Having some interesting things we don't need. That keyframe. That keyframe. Hey, fantastic. Okay. It's coming together. So, we've got the troopers. We've got them walking together. We've got a camera set up. Nice. I'm happy with this so far. So what I'm going to do now is set up a few more cameras. Am I going to do cameras now? I'm not sure. I think it's time to start actually animating these guys, you know. Because we've got all the elements. We don't. I'm not quite happy with that. See what I want to have happen. Right at the start of this, the very first shot, yeah. Camera's going to open and that's going to happen. But I don't want that to happen when they're talking. I want the camera to be focused on one of the other troopers, on the other angle. So let's just get that fixed up. Grab that. How are we going to do that? Control C, Control V. But you shouldn't be part of that collection. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got a second camera. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab it on the X. I'm going to put it here. Quickly rotate the Z. Go have a look at the last frame. Okay, let's make sure this has got a linear movement. What's going on there? Oh, I see. So we don't want actually to have that to happen. just have a look at the settings and see what else is changing. Okay, so we don't need any of that there. Do we have multiple keyframes perhaps? Ah, yes we do. So let's get rid of that one. Nice. Let's go to the end of this. And let's get the okay, so that first camera we have, we need to put a marker on it by pressing M. Bind camera to marker. So down here, just below, typical. I can't move that, but we have a way to slide our camera. So we're going to start off on this camera. I'm going to open up. And then I'm going to swap to this camera here. So let's quickly get out of this view. Now I've got this set. Bind camera to markers. So now, let's start with this one. Then I'm going to swap to the other camera. Brilliant, so we've got the first camera cut. So about there is where we're going to have this camera change. So let's now actually have a look at this camera. Now that we're in this camera, let's get the desired angle that we want. So this is going to be quite a personal shot. I want it to be nice and close to both of them, but I want to get both their eyes in at the same time. It's going to be about there, I think. We'll start playing with the focus in a minute as well. Maybe a bit lower. Cool. So that's what our first frame's going to start, and hopefully we go all the way to the end. We should find our troopers somewhere. Where are they? Okay. Just make sure we're actually in the corridor for a second. Oh, it's because I didn't unhide it. Typical. Okay, well now that we've got that sorted out. Drag this all the way along until we have the matching shot again. Fantastic. So make sure that's linear as well. So now we've got that all the way. Obviously we haven't got anything going down there. So snap to that keyframe. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have a play with the focal focus and the focal range. And all of this is going to be keyframed as well. So we're going to start off focusing on that guy. Okay, cool. Oh, this is coming quite nicely now. Got the start to our first shot. We've got a camera change. What created the entire scene? I think it's going to start just about time to do the audio. So what? It's really that easy. Cool. Okay, well, let's bring back another one. Two shots. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. I'm liking the way. I'm going to start doing the head animation in just a second. Just quickly go back from the start. Go ba 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 la da, and then let's have a quick watch. Okay, I'm liking the camera changes. That is working well. It works very nicely, I think. We'll be adding a few more camera angles in a second, I think. Anyway, though, we've got the basis of the short basically done. We've got them walking down the corridor. Got a cheeky camera change. Pop in another camera change and make it a lot easier down the line to get things sorted. And then yeah, we're going to be doing animation layers next. Animation layers. Why would we use animation layers? Well, animation layers are fantastic because it means that you can non-destructively add animation in layers. I mean, it's one of those things that it does what it says on the tin, thank goodness. And it just allows, as I showed right at the start of the stream, it allows you to have the ability to be able to well, make their heads move independently, add in any body gestures, flail the gun around, which are all fantastic things which these guys are going to need to have very, very soon. Okay, so quickly exit my camera there because I just realized something. We haven't got any wide shots, but he doesn't have a gun in his hand. Isn't that typical? Where are they? Okay, so let's just jump through the scene. Okay, maybe not just focus on the trooper controller, but the actual combined character itself. Huh. Where are you, troopers? Ah, there you are. Why are you trying to drive me insane? Okay, I can see you. You're in that. Aha. We're in. I see some bones. Hey. Too far. Cool. Go to frame 0 quickly. What I'm gonna do is give him one of these guys. Ooh. So let's grab that. Control C. Control V? Is that just done a copy of the gun? Or has that done a copy of everything? Yeah, I didn't want that. Go back another. Too many steps. Come back to where we were. Okay, 0. Let's grab one of these guys. An E11. Haha. And now we have some fun. Quickly hide the set. Let's hide this corridor as well. And this, for some reason, already has constraint on it. Old trooper rig, which we don't need. Oh, we do need that one though. Gonna make it a child of that rig. Bone, as before, is the blaster bone. And then we're just going to quickly go and Oh. 0 out. Blaster. Nice. Now if we zoom in, see it's nicely in our trooper's hand. Ready for the shots. Oh, let's go quickly grab something. Okay, so what we're going to do... What to do? We now have the weapon back in its hand. We've got the corridor. We've got the audio. You know what? I'm going to pop the sequencer down at the bottom. Aha! And I found the way to zoom the audio. Oh, that's so much nicer. Okay. So starting at 130. Now, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, bring that up to about there, so I've got all of it in. Ooh. I've got the audio at the bottom, so I can start doing the head animation. Just have a quick look. Okay, this is looking cool. I like the way it's looking so far. How are people doing in chat, by the way? You all having a good day? Having a fun evening? Are you learning anything? Right. Okay. I'm liking this. But what I think is needed. We've got whoosh, we've got the camera move, camera move, camera move. Quickly rename that camera to camera 2. Just way more sense to me in my head. Put a marker. Bind camera to marker. Let's go back to it there. It's not necessarily lining up to my audio, but we are getting there. Okay, let's just quickly go back to the start of this. Have another look. Okay. So, let's get into the head animation. And that's where they're going to start speaking. You know what? I can't remember the order of the troopers in my short films. Which one starts talking, what sides they actually stand on. Let's just have a quick look. Let's just have a quick look on my channel for a second. Yeah, so it's doing the right that speaks first. Cool. Oh look, I'm live. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so that is Arnold. I believe that's his name at least. Okay, what I'm going to do is go to my animation layers add-on. I'll leave a link for the animation layers add-on. It's absolutely fantastic. And quickly just turn on. I don't want to remove the NLA tracks. That makes it all go crazy. But now that I've got walkie on, nice. Let's fade the geometry so we can actually see the right bone. That's one of the bones. It's the head bone. Cool. Basically, the way that animation layers work is it means that I can well, let me show you. At this point here, I'm going to want to start moving. Start animating that head bone. Okay, so turn it that way. Okay, I'm going to add another animation layer. That's why it wasn't letting me do that. Okay, so that's our forward-facing pose. As we can see, and there is where already going to want to have him in full conversation to the other guy. So let's grab that bone. Hide a few of these ones that we don't necessarily need to see right now. Sweet. So we've got the first movement. I'm just going, all I did. Okay, so we need to make sure that okay, I've got to hide those bones because I need to be able to see if this is clipping or not. And it totally is. That's okay there. We'll just grab the bone, which was the head bone. And rotate it until it's no longer going through the shoulder. Bit tedious. But eventually it'll look right. Okay, I think it's gonna be about there. Okay. Let's grab that first frame. Make it look a bit smoother. Okay, so I want his head to be let's bring it up. Copy that first keyframe. And it looks like we've got some kind of constant keyframes. So I want them all to be nice and linear. Ooh. Get that extreme one from there. Control C, Control V. Basically, that's most of it done. A little bit shaky. See animation layers, if I turn that off, absolutely clean. Okay, so I'm liking this now. Sometimes you have to use reference footage. Let me just quickly pop this to my side. Stormtroopers, they move in interesting ways. Okay, so now we're in trooper mode. So as you saw earlier on, it was a pretty shaky, jerky movement, and that's not quite what we want to have happen. Because you see, if I move my head a bit, there's a bit of a shake to the side. You have to remember the limitations of the Stormtrooper's head, the way that it can move, and you just have to basically try and think, try and put yourself in the position of these poor troopers. So this first one is, he's pretty upset because he's there and he's being blamed, so he's going do 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 do. I mean, we want that kind of movement. To the side, maybe look, so to the side. All I did was push the button. How would I know? How would I know? How would I know? Maybe I could have him lift up the gun in that frame and go, whoo. Yeah, I think that could work. We'll see. Right. Let's have a quick look. Come back into normal mode. So yeah, that wasn't really this is way too fast. All I did. Okay, so that keyframe there is too much in that one. So I think I want that. RZ maybe? No. Okay, so it's that way. I think these two here aren't quite needed. Just rotate it to the side. Have them look away in disgust. Got a nice head bob going on at the end there. Let's take that frame and repeat it. Okay, so it's a bit extreme at the moment. Okay, so let's get rid of that frame. Just space them out a bit more. It was push. So I think basically we're just having it's just a case spacing a few things out. We've got a few nice main poses. Make them come a bit further away. Set to linear. Cool. Okay. So it looks like we're getting somewhere close, just basically adding way too much, but just having fun adding the ideas, and then we start to dial it back a bit. It's kind of like you put all your best ideas at the front and then you tone it back and you make it more realistic. Cool. So what we're going to be doing, I think we'll start moving that other guy in a second, just so that we have a bigger picture. Maybe we'll start playing with the E11 in the hand. Love this thing, absolutely brilliant. And we'll start figuring it out, you know, make you feel a bit more natural. Don't think we need that one, for example. I think that keyframe is fighting us. Oh wait, no it's not. That keyframe was the last thing keeping it interesting. Get a keyframe of that. I like that. That's where the pose should be. This is not too extreme. Okay, so I actually want that to be over there. Put that there. Let's bring it out. Let's make it a bit longer. Okay, so that's clearly what that last one should be instead. That looks jank. Maybe you rotate it a bit. I just moved the camera a whole bunch without thinking about it. I don't want any of those keyframes happening. Okay, there we go. Looks like a lot nicer now. Okay, this is looking good. Let's quickly bring in my side panel a bit. Okay, it's looking nice. So let's start to have play with a rubber guy. Okay, so I'm going to go and turn. I'm not going to remove the NLA tracks. Add one. Into pose mode. Okay, just make sure this is working. Slightly sketchier green screen. Cool. Okay, let's jump back into where we were. So, we were animating in Blender. Fantastic. In animation mode. Yeah, sorry about that. I had my other computer blue screen on me a few times, my main streaming computer. But now we're back in, and hopefully all should be nice and happy. Just make sure that my microphone is on. Let's get some music back in. Cool. Okay. So where were we? Hello, anyone joining? Okay, just to make sure I've got. Haha, fantastic. Okay, got that mouse on, that mouse on. Okay. So we've got this guy working here. And we start working on the other one's animation. So what I'm going to do, click on his bones. Let's grab his head bone. I should do it from the neck. I think that's probably actually the better pivot point, you know. Cool, so let's quickly keyframe that. So that's his primary position. I want him to kind of be like and half down, because that's the way this guy rolls. But we're not going to roll that way. Is it Z for going? Rotate on the x-axis. Quickly hide some of these bones. We see what's happening. Cool. Cool. So we've got these two keyframes here. Why isn't it asking me get in and copy these? This is there we go. Okay, Control C. Let's have them then. Let's have him hold that position for a bit, because I don't want to just have his head going zoop, straight back up. No, no, no. We do not want that. Okay, I imagine that's probably going to come in a little bit. I'm sorry if my microphone gets in the way. Nevertheless, we are here. Cool. I think I've got the wrong chat open, you know. Just trying to figure out what is going on. Cool. Looks like we're fine there. Fine there. So his head's up. Okay, so that's way too fast. So let's bring this to there. Let's make sure they're all linear. Oh, let's not move all the keyframes. Let's just move the final keyframe for this head, because he's going to start speaking. And I want him to be looking like all the way at the other guy, super angry like. It's kind of weird when you think about how the trooper helmets work as well. There's not actually that much space that you can move in it. But that is the way that the cookie crumbles. Oh my god, it's freezing in here now that I have to have my window open so the computer doesn't crash. Okay, so let's hide that bone by pressing H on the keyboard. And let's rotate it to the Y. On the X. Whoa. Z. Yeah. I think that's looking a bit better. Just not have his head go too crazy. Okay, cool. Control C, Control V. Let's bring this across. Let's have the head go down again. Let's have just a quick watch this. Okay, this is looking good. I like the way that moved. It's a cool head movement. Control Z. Let's keep the camera framing. Okay, I like the camera framing as it is. His head clearly needs to move again. Okay. That's when I want to have the camera cut. Yeah. Control C. Let's bring that in. Let's have that be a bit more constant. Snap. Yeah, we don't want that snap going on. Okay, so let's get rid of that snap. And I don't care anymore. I want him to care. So for one thing, we'll go Control C. And we'll give it oh, we steal a keyframe from a spot we like. And go Control C. Oh. Okay, I just want that middle one. Brilliant. Here's a cheat. I'm going to put that in the middle here. Control C. Nice. Cool, let's watch that from the start. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's go back to the start again. Oh. 2 seconds. Well, oh my god, there's so much more to do. Okay, we're getting there. I just gotta close my window quickly. I don't think my computer's gonna reheat now that I'm using my jankier green screen. At least I hope not. Okay, so this is looking nice right now. Going to have to do a lot more of the camera changes, I think, to make this look right. How are things going for everyone else? Oh, I just realised I had my super chill music on in the background, and I got rid of it. Like a fool. Maybe if I take the pop filter off, that might pop. Might be a bit better if I point my microphone down a bit. Okay. Let's go back to the start. Quickly grab something down here. Okay. I mean, his is terrible right now that we're focusing on the sky. Okay, so I don't think I actually want that frame. That's a bit too extreme. I think if we pull these guys along. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's got a nice normal frame. Okay, let's bring it in, let's tidying it up a bit. Seriously, that's the line. I think that was the most extreme. Cool. Okay, so the height is clearly 2. Okay. So I think that all of these. Let's get one of his face down ones. Face down movement. I mean, as you can see, pretty much just going through. Getting all the keyframes that I think will work. I want to have one. So it looks like I'm being a bit of a chatter. Yeah, like that. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so we need to stay on that pose for far longer. Let's just grab it. Yeah, if I looked away from that would help. Yeah. Drag it along a bit. Oh, it looks like my screen is freaking out. Also looks like my camera is in the wrong position. We shouldn't see any clipping there. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. How we doing? Okay, so that's where this needs to be happening. Let's take that. Have that all be forward. And then it can be speaking again. Okay, so I think at that point you should probably cut back to the original camera. go in here, I'm going to press M. Marker, bind camera to this. Oh. I just bound it to the bottom of the rig, didn't I? I don't want any of that. Go. Okay, marker. But that's not what we're doing here. Oh, it's because I'm not in object mode. Okay, that's slightly strange. That's not what I'm asking for. Let's get rid of that marker. I think we should. Oh, my microphone is ages away. Okay, yeah, that's making more sense. Close camera. I'm just in object mode. I don't know what either of those are about. Okay. Let's pull this back. Let's go back again. Okay, well, I guess that's do for both of them. Let's not add any more keyframes. Hey, there we go. Got the camera back in and working. Okay, so let's bring that camera cut there. Oh, that's quite funny. His neck is somehow shrinking. GC. Okay, this is looking good. Maybe it was there. Maybe do it smashed as in. That could work. Okay. Let's bring this across on the stats. Have a quick look from the stat. Okay, let's just go back. Have a look from the start. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take that frame. I can say something dramatic there. Let's rotate. Cool, I like the way that that's looking. Control C, Control V. Let's get that frame in. Let's zoom in quickly on how that frame's looking. Okay, going to just extend this frame a little bit across to the side and bring this in, and just going. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Look-see at this. know what? He's holding it there, but we need it to. Oh, come on. No. That's very silly. Drag it across into the middle. I'm going to rotate it. Rotate it on Y. No. RZ. Cool. Control C. Control V. Let's put them in the middle. Okay. Not that much more to go. Let's go see it from the start. Okay. Let's see if we can start playing with this other guy again. First, need to go back into object mode. Select his armature. Back down into pose mode. His neck, weren't we? Or was it the headbone? Brilliant. Take those frames. Those guys. those frames there. Hold that frame. Let's go back, Control C. Okay, it's looking a lot more dynamic now. Oh, getting some crazy latency now. Okay, let's grab those. Okay, let's take this to start again. Okay. I want those there. Okay, X, Z. Both of those frames, bring them across. Those ones there. Pop them in the middle. Okay, that's too early. Let's take the keyframes, slide it down. Okay, let's just quickly look at that from the start. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that there. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching and going along. I'm going to continue this stream on another evening. Hope you have all enjoyed, and like, subscribe, and